everybody, it's Carrie at the Racine Heritage Museum, and today I'm going to tell you the story of Little Golden Books, which we know begins with the Pokey Little Puppy and Western Publishing. So Western Publishing began when E.H. Wadowitz was working for Dr. Shoup in the basement of the Shoup building. He had printing presses there, and Dr. Shoup had him printing labels for the medicine bottles that he was selling. Wadowitz also used to collect orders from other Racine businesses such as S.C. Johnson and J.I. Case. And he would actually go around on a bicycle with a two-wheel cart, collecting and delivering those orders all around Racine. That quickly began the West Side Printing Company in 1905, which became the Western Publishing Company in 1907. And so they used the printing presses in the basement of the Shoup building. And as they collected those orders from some of the larger companies, it seemed that they were either very, very busy, or there were times where they had no work. And so they were looking for some filler jobs to do in between the commercial work that they would do. And so they contracted with a Chicago company, the Hamming and Whitman Publishing Company in Chicago, and they were doing the printing and the binding for their children's books that they sold. This was in the early 1900s. Now, eventually, the Hamming and Whitman Company went bankrupt, and so Wadowitz bought that business from them, and that was the beginning of the Whitman Publishing Company. Kresge's department stores in 1918 wanted Whitman to publish children's books. Now, this was a new field in publishing because children's books were kind of thought of as a Christmas gift or not something that people bought on a regular basis. It was something that was not considered to be a viable market. However, this order from Kresge's department stores launched the beginning of the Whitman Publishing, and particularly the children's book line of Whitman Publishing. One of the things that they like to point out, and this is just an example of one of the books that would have been published in those early days. This is labeled Whitman Publishing, and the copyright is 1922. And you'll notice this is not a Little Golden Book. This is just one of the children's books that they published. And prior to this time, children's books were just considered to be toys, or children read their parents' books. They didn't have their own books. But around this time was when they started to think of books for children. And one of the things that they like to point out is they would put inside the book, "This Little Golden Book belongs to," and that was just a new concept for children having their own books. And so that began the idea of children's books being published. And by 1942, book sales had grown to the point where it was such a viable business that the Little Golden Books line was launched. This is a Richard Scarry book. Richard Scarry was one of the authors that actually launched his career as an illustrator for Golden Books and became a very prolific book illustrator from that time. And so some of the Disney artists actually left Disney to become featured artists for Golden Books and really enjoyed being book illustrators for Golden. Of course, we know that Little Golden Books got rights to do a lot of these Disney titles. I have a few of them here. We have Pinocchio and Cinderella, Little Mermaid. But everybody knows the classic characters, the Pokey Little Puppy, the Saggy Baggy Elephant, the Tawny Scrawny Lion. Those were the main characters in the main books that were launched in 1942 when Little Golden Books were first launched. Little Golden Books really flourished and went beyond what they had expected it to do because they were less expensive than other children's books. They were a non-standard size, and so they sold very quickly because they were very noticeable. They all had this gold binding. And if you have any older Little Golden Books, if you open it up and look inside, you'll see it says right inside, this was printed in Racine, Wisconsin. So it's kind of a fun Racine, Wisconsin tie. By 1957, this little filler business that they had started out, they were printing more than 14 million books per year, 1.5 million games, an annual sales volume of $80 million. So it grew to be quite a large business. Little Golden Books have been printed in over 30 languages and are distributed all around the world. And of course, unfortunately, by the 90s, the book industry had to compete with handheld games and video games and other things that kids were becoming more interested in. So it became very difficult for them to compete with that. But I want to just go ahead and show you some of the Little Golden Books that we have here in our collection. So this is just a handful of the books that we have in our collection. We have many, many more. We also have these plush toys and these classic Little Golden Books for sale in our gift shop. So when we open back up again, come and check those out. They make really great Christmas gifts. So thank you for watching today. Make sure you like and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and check out our YouTube channel for all of our other awesome videos. Stay safe and we'll see you soon. Bye.